The story opens with a man named Harley Davidson riding his motorcycle along the long highway from Texas to California. The journey is not just an ordinary trip, but a peaceful ride through a chaotic world. When he stops at a gas station to refuel, the place is unexpectedly being robbed by two armed men. Despite the danger, Harley remains calm. The gas station attendant is panicked, while Harley acts casually as if nothing is happening, saying he just wants to fill up his tank. One of the robbers loses his patience, points a gun at him, and orders Harley to lie on the floor. But Harley waits for the right moment and moves quickly, taking the robber down in an instant.
Pump all the gas you can hold.
That's not good business.
Hey, mister. Got a name?
Harley Davidson.
Meanwhile, in another town, Marlboro Man, whose real name is Robert Lee Edson, is playing pool against a big man named Big Indian. Marlboro shows impressive skill, winning the game and taking home the bet money. Big Indian, unable to accept defeat, orders his men to attack Marlboro. In the middle of the chaos, Harley shows up, mocking Big Indian's group for needing so many men to fight one person. Offended, Big Indian decides to fight Marlboro himself, but cunningly pulls out a knife and wounds him. Marlboro quickly throws a pool ball at Big Indian and escapes. At this point, the two legendary friends reunite after years apart. Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man, old friends who haven't seen each other in 2 years since Harley left town without a word, now stand together again. Harley notices how much the town has changed, including the construction of a futuristic airport, a symbol of the fast-changing times. That night, they visit their old favorite bar, Hawkins H Bar and Grill. Before going in, Harley gives Marlboro a birthday gift, a handgun. Without hesitation, Marlboro fires the gun at his old motorcycle, laughing as they reminisce about their wild past.
God, I love this place.
Inside the bar, Harley meets Giles, the bar's owner and an old friend. Giles is happy to see him, but warns Harley not to get involved with the two men in suits who just left. Harley's attention shifts to the stage, where a woman is singing. It turns out to be Lulu, Harley's former lover, now a singer at the bar. Marlboro calmly reminds Harley that Lulu is now married.
Better leave that one alone, Harley.
Not long after, they move to another part of the bar, where an arm wrestling contest is taking place among the patrons. Harley reunites with Jack Daniels and Jimmy, old acquaintances who have changed a lot. Jack, who used to be a close friend, now feels insulted and challenges Harley to a fight. Though smaller in size, Harley manages to knock Jack down at the start. But Jack, with his superior strength, quickly recovers and retaliates with full force, eventually defeating Harley.
He's fucked.
As a final move, Jack throws Harley out the bar window and declares that Lulu is his wife, whom he truly loves. Harley stays calm and explains that he ended his relationship with Lulu long ago because he knew her true love was Jack. His honesty eases the tension, and Jack finally softens, rekindling their friendship. The bar fight leaves behind a lot of damage. Jimmy loses a large amount of money from the bets, and Giles looks devastated as he faces the costly repairs of a bar that is nearly bankrupt. The situation worsens when a powerful corporation called Great Trust Bank threatens to seize the property if Giles fails to pay off his $2.5 million debt within 21 days. The bank plans to demolish the bar and build a major complex on the land. Hearing this, Harley comes up with a wild idea to rob the bank and save Giles. Marlboro initially refuses, but Harley explains that the bar is not just a place to drink. It is home, a place where he always feels he belongs. He is determined to do whatever it takes to save it. After some thought, Marlboro and Josie, a bar employee who also owes Giles her gratitude, agree to join. The small group is formed: Harley, Marlboro, Jimmy, and Josie. They plan to rob a bank armored truck. At first, everything goes smoothly. They subdue the two armed guards without much difficulty. But before they can finish the job, one of the guards hits the alarm button.
Got it.
No, you drop it, asshole.
Think fast.
Soon, the bank dispatches 5 heavily armed men wearing advanced bulletproof vests. A fierce shootout erupts. Harley and his team fire back with all their might, but the attackers keep advancing. Suddenly, Jack appears, using his motorcycle as an improvised bomb, crashing it toward the enemies and creating an explosion that allows Harley's group to escape. He yells for everyone to flee through the drainage tunnel, where Jimmy is waiting with the getaway car. They manage to get away, but when they inspect the truck, disappointment awaits them. It is empty. Instead, they find a shipment of drugs called Crystal Dream, an experimental synthetic substance that has begun circulating in the city. Harley is furious and wants to know why the bank is transporting such a dangerous product.
We jumped the wrong train.
At the bank's headquarters, head of security Alexander receives direct orders from Chance Wilder, the bank's owner, to retrieve the cargo and eliminate the thieves. Wilder believes the culprits must be professionals since they managed to destroy 2 armored vehicles and escape with ease. That night, Marlboro takes Harley's motorcycle and rides fast to clear his mind. He deliberately draws the attention of a female police officer, sparking a high-speed chase.
Stand up and put your hands behind your head.
The officer finally stops him, but instead of taking him to the station, she brings him home. The officer is revealed to be Virginia Slim, Marlboro's former lover. The two fall back into an old romance that never truly died. Virginia is now engaged to another man, but still harbors strong feelings for Marlboro. She longs for a stable and serious relationship, while Marlboro is a free spirit who has no plans to marry or settle down. The next morning, Virginia is surprised to find Harley preparing breakfast for Marlboro. Harley explains that the meal is for Marlboro and invites her to join them at a nearby cafe.
That's for Marlboro. Me and you'll go out and have something to eat.
During their warm conversation, Virginia reveals something alarming. The crystal dream Harley found is extremely addictive, damages the nervous system, causes severe hallucinations, and ultimately kills its users. After breakfast, Harley takes Virginia back to her house. Before going inside, Virginia admits that she feels a little envious of Harley and Marlboro's free-spirited lives, unbound, adventurous, and without obligations. But Marlboro, still wounded knowing that Virginia is about to get married, impulsively steals her fiancé's motorcycle and leaves her standing in shock and confusion.
Hey man, what are you doing?
He's gonna take my girl, I'm gonna take his bike.
Sometime later, Harley and Marlboro decide to face their problem head-on. They go to the bank's headquarters to confront Chance Wilder, the owner of the bank. However, Wilder has already prepared everything. Before the meeting, he had received a call from Harley demanding a ransom of $2.5 million for the shipment of drugs they had stolen. Wilder pretends to agree and arranges to meet that night at an abandoned airplane graveyard on the edge of the desert. At the agreed time, Alexander arrives at the location carrying a suitcase full of money. The exchange goes smoothly without any issues. Harley and his friends then return to their bar, celebrating in the back room with wild euphoria, believing everything is over and that they've won their dangerous game. But Marlboro feels uneasy. Everything seems too easy. He urges the group to leave town immediately before it's too late. His instincts prove right. Alexander and his men suddenly storm the bar armed to the teeth. From behind a one-way mirror, Harley and his friends watch tensely. Giles tries to calm Alexander, assuring him the bar is empty, but Alexander pretends to believe him and then suddenly shoots Giles mercilessly.
Yeah, tell them we were in, but we left.
His men open fire on the mirror, sparking a brutal gunfight. Harley and his friends try to fight back, but they are outnumbered and outgunned. One by one, they fall dead. Only Harley and Marlboro manage to jump through a window and escape. Heartbroken, they run toward the airport and hide inside the luggage compartment of a plane about to take off. A worker nearly catches them, but is silenced before raising the alarm. Alexander continues the pursuit, even killing another airport staff member who tries to stop him from entering the restricted zone.
Hey, this is a restricted area, man.
Fortunately, Harley and Marlboro manage to escape and head toward Las Vegas. Upon arriving in Las Vegas, they check into a hotel. Tension rises between them. Marlboro, still shaken by the death of their friends, gets angry at Harley's cold attitude and punches him in the face. Harley explains that everyone knew the risks they were taking, then realizes his own mistakes and sincerely apologizes. He begs Marlboro to stay with him until the end. Marlboro leaves to clear his mind. Meanwhile, Harley, alone in the room, notices a small object on the floor, a red coin softly glowing. When he picks it up, it feels strange and heavy, as if containing something hidden. At the same time, Marlboro tries to call Virginia from a payphone in the hotel lobby, only to realize that Alexander and his men have already arrived, preparing to attack. He rushes to Harley's room to warn him. The two flee to the rooftop. Cornered, they make a desperate leap into the swimming pool below to evade capture.
I fucking hate you for this.
During the escape, Harley realizes that the red coin was a small tracking device planted by Alexander. After throwing it away, they jump onto a passing freight train, leaving Las Vegas and heading east. On the train, Marlboro says they can't keep running forever. They must return to Los Angeles to take revenge and honor their fallen friends. Harley refuses, saying their lives are worth more and that survival is what truly matters.
Better to be dead and cool than alive and uncool.
That night, Marlboro visits Virginia's house one last time. Though greeted coldly by her fiancé, he speaks sincerely. With a heavy heart, he tells Virginia that she was the best part of his life and thanks her for the time they shared. Moments later, Harley rides up on his motorcycle, saying it's time to end everything. They reunite and make their final plan, to use the tracking coin to lure Alexander and his men back to the airplane graveyard where it all began. That night, Alexander and his men arrive at the location, only to find the suitcase empty except for a glowing red coin left behind as a message that Harley already knows their tricks. From a distance, Alexander spots two figures standing among the wrecked planes. Another intense gunfight breaks out. Marlboro shoots with precision, taking down one of Alexander's men. Harley fires wildly, his bullets nearly gone with little effect. The battle rages until Alexander manages to separate Marlboro from Harley and shoots him in the arm. Marlboro is captured and ordered to reveal where the money is, but he refuses defiantly. In that critical moment, Harley emerges from the wreckage, ordering Alexander to release Marlboro. He fires his gun, but misses, hitting Marlboro's arm instead. Alexander laughs at Harley's poor aim. Marlboro shouts at him to focus. Harley takes a deep breath, steadies himself, and fires again. This time, the shot hits perfectly, piercing Alexander's body and sending him crashing to the ground. They make sure the enemy is dead before leaving the site. They force Alexander's helicopter pilot to fly them to Wilder's office. During the flight, the pilot explains that Alexander and his men had been wearing Japanese-made bulletproof armor, which explains the difficulty they had during the fights. Upon arriving at the top of a skyscraper where Wilder is meeting with Japanese investors, Harley and Marlboro enter confidently. They throw the suitcase of money onto the table, demanding that the ownership contract for the bar be renewed. Wilder laughs mockingly, admitting he has earned millions from distributing Crystal Dream without caring about its victims. Harley loses patience and tells Marlboro to shoot Wilder, but Marlboro refuses, sticking to his principle of never shooting an unarmed man. Just then, Wilder's armed guards enter, but the helicopter pilot they had coerced opens fire from outside the window, killing all of the guards instantly. Wilder insults Marlboro, mocking his deceased father. Marlboro's rage explodes. He punches Wilder repeatedly until the man is cornered against the unprotected glass window. Wilder tries to cling to Marlboro's cowboy boot, but his grip slips. Harley tries to help, but it's too late. Wilder falls from the great height and dies on impact. With everything finally over, Harley and Marlboro part ways.
Hey, guns are made to be shot.
They meet one last time at a rodeo arena. Harley says goodbye for good, while Marlboro returns to his dream, riding a bull, despite the old injury that once ended his career. With courage, he mounts the beast, proving his determination not to die even if his body once failed him. Harley rides off on his motorcycle once more. Along the highway, he sees a woman standing by the roadside, hitchhiking. Without hesitation, he stops, offers her a seat on the back of his bike, and together they ride off toward the unknown, beginning a new journey of freedom without limits. The film ends there. This story teaches that true friendship, courage, and loyalty to the people and places we love can become the greatest strength in a chaotic world. Even when faced with danger, loss, and betrayal, the courage to act for what is right and to protect those we care about will guide us through the toughest trials, proving that such values are worth far more than money, power, or personal safety.